Main auxiliaries: be, have, and do. Auxiliary verb to be. Base form: be. Present form: am, is, are. Past form: was, were. Present participle or gerund: being. Past participle: being. To be. 1. We use the auxiliary verb to be to make a sentence attributable. That is, we use the verb to be with adjectives. Adjectives modify or describe nouns or pronouns by qualifying or expressing them. All the various types of the auxiliary verb to be from above are in the following dialogue. To be is used with adjectives to describe people or things. Sam, what do you like most about what you're studying? Well, I'm studying education, and for me, it's very insightful, fun, and hard. Why did you decide to study education? Because it's required for the teaching sector. I also find it to be very practical and useful. So, why would you like to be a teacher? I think being a teacher would be difficult, but also fulfilling. Some of my friends are also studying education, and they are very excited to be following that path. How long have your friends been interested in education for? They've been interested in education for over 3 years now. Dialogue 2. Hey Lucy, how's your job? It's great, thanks. The job is very demanding, but also exciting. I'm happy for you. How's the boss, anyhow? The boss is nice, but also strict. He's also very busy. Analysis. 1. Adjectives are underlined and always take the auxiliary verb to be. 2. Remember, it's is the contracted form of it is. Is stands from the verb to be in third person singular. To be. 2. We use to be to talk about age, height, weight, size, and colors of people and things. Hi Susie, how's the baby these days? She's doing fine. Currently, she's around 15 kilos, which is normal for her age. Oh, how old is she then? She is 2 years old. What's her hair color? She's got light brown hair and has dark brown eyes. Analysis. Remember, how's is the contracted form of how is. We're using the verb to be because we're talking about the baby's qualities. 2. She's is the contracted form of she is. And we're using the verb to be to talk about the baby's weight. To be. 3. We use the auxiliary verb to be to form the present continuous or present progressive verb tense in English. We use this tense primarily to talk about actions happening in the moment and actions happening in the short-term future. We will elaborate further on this in Chapter 2, where we will talk about the main verbs in English. To be plus verb plus ing. Are you living in Washington now? Yes. I moved here with my family about 3 years ago. How are you anyhow? What are you doing these days? I'm studying a master's degree in Los Angeles, California. I'm really enjoying it also. What are you doing this summer? I am leaving the state of California to go to New York to see my parents. What about you? I am going to take a trip to Europe and see Italy and Spain. Can't wait. Great to hear. How are your children, Jane and David? They are well, thanks. David is doing a gap year and Jane's studying history. Great to hear. Anyhow, we'll catch up again. See you later. Bye. Analysis. Going to is also a form and means literally to have the intention. To. Catch up is a phrasal verb meaning to meet and see each other if there had already been a time without seeing that particular person. 3. Remember, we're going to elaborate further on the present continuous in the second chapter. To be. 4. We use the auxiliary verb to be to form the passive in English. In English, there are two ways to use a verb, active or passive. We will elaborate much further on the passive in the second chapter. Rule. To be plus past participle, verb plus ed, or irregular verb. I am supposed to work every day. He wasn't allowed to come to school today. Madrid is visited by many tourists each year. The football World Championships are held in Russia this year. You aren't allowed to cycle here. He isn't used to traveling. He was born in Munich. The car was cleaned by him. We weren't spoken to yesterday by anyone. The book was read in 2 weeks. Analysis. 1. Be born. Always takes the verb to be. It is always in the passive. 2. Remember. The passive is to be plus past participle. So in this case, it is the first person of to be plus am plus supposed. 3. There are many reasons as to why we use the passive in English. In Chapter 2, we're going to elaborate much further on the passive.